Do you love gemstones and minerals as much as I do? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to share with you some of my favorite things on this planet. Those are gemstones and minerals and crystals. I mean, rocks, all the time rocks. These are the most beautiful things that I have had the grace and the blessing to ever set my eye on. You know, it's so amazing. I don't remember ever seeing anything as beautiful as this before 2011. 2011 is the time, if you've seen my previous videos, that my spiritual transformation began. And it's a few months after May 21st, 2011, that a whole new journey began for me. So part of the things that happened to me was my eyes began to see the beautiful things that nature had to offer me. You'd be amazed at how many things we are blind to when we are so tunnel minded and narrow minded, and we are so focused on one thing that sometimes we just don't stop to breathe, or we don't stop to smell the coffee. So after my spiritual transformation, my eyes began to open, and I became exposed to the natural things that God has that actually exist on this planet that I had never had a chance to see before. So I'm going to be doing a series of videos, or I'll be throwing in a couple of videos here and there just to at least share with you my collection of crystals, which is really amazing in my opinion. And some of these crystals and gemstones have been very instrumental in helping me heal. And how I came into these crystals was through my dreams. I have no idea uh, how they became a focus in my life, but I truly believe that we are all spiritual beings, and that our subconscious mind always brings to the fore the things that we need for healing. And as a result of my dreams, like many of you know, my eyes became open to the fact that there was more to spirituality than religion, and that there was more out there for me to do. So I'm stepping into my full power as a spiritual being. So that's what it is. But anyway, the purpose of this video is to share with you some of the crystals that I have in my collection, and that truly began the process of helping me heal. I mean, they truly were the starting point of me using crystals as a tool to help me heal myself. Okay, so this is the first stone that I ever saw in a dream. This stone is called Unakite. It's green and it has a little bit of pinkish reddish in it, and these are the colors of the heart chakra, the heart center. And the heart chakra, or your heart, basically represents the area of love, which represents giving and receiving. I was totally blocked in this area after such trauma in my life, with regard to various things that had happened. So I guess spirit had seen that maybe it was something that I needed to do. And I had a dream, and in that dream I was shown this stone. I saw the name of the stone in a dream, and I was told the meaning of the stone. And the meaning of the stone was that this particular stone, called Unakite, which I had never heard about before, was going to give me strength. It was going to give me strength in the midst of many difficulties that I was facing or was going to undergo. So obviously I had just come out from a very deeply religious, spiritual Christian background, and I had no idea what this was. But I have a very investigative mind, and I do a lot of research on everything. I've been keeping a dream journal for a long time, so I knew the best thing to do was for me to Google it. So when I Googled it, I found the stone and I bought it. And truly, it helped me. As soon as this stone came into my presence, I just actually, I let me stop for a minute. I bought this stone in the shape of a heart just to represent the heart issues that it was going to help me heal and strengthen. And even it's not the stone that does the work, it's just the symbolism that this was what I was supposed to work on, healing and strengthening my heart. That was the cue. And having this stone allowed me to focus on that as the starting point of self-healing, loving myself and healing my heart. I have a very, very interesting story about that I might share, about how I got in contact with a shaman who helped me through a modality called soul retrieval that truly, truly transformed my life. It was amazing. But anyway, this video is about my Unakite crystal and a couple of others that I'm going to show you. So this is my Unakite crystal. I love it so much. It's always sitting on my on this crystal. This is a quartz crystal. Gosh, I'm so horrible with dyslexics, I think. Wow, look at how beautiful. I call it old rusty because it's really old. I bought it at a gem and mineral show. It was the only one left. It looked so miserable and broken and old, but it called to me. So I call it old rusty. It's a clear quartz crystal cluster, and it's basically used for charging my Unakite. So my Unakite rests very peacefully on it. So it's kind of my charging station, and since it looks so old and broken, it's called old rusty, but I love old rusty. So anyway, so that's one of my crystals, and that was the Unakite. And then I have this carnelian. Look how beautiful it is. This is a carnelian stone. It's tumbled. It was the first stone that I bought. It kind of looks like it has some mouth or like some kind of shark or something. So this is one of the stones for my root chakra. The root chakra is the second chakra, and it deals with reproductive issues, with creativity, with power issues. The second chakra is the area right under your navel center, and in that area is the reproductive organs. And sometimes when you need to be creative, you need to reproduce, you need to give birth to something. So if you don't use your, if you have issues being productive, reproducing with reproducing things and bringing things to manifestation and being creative, usually it's energetically means or metaphysically means that you're kind of blocked in those areas. So just having this stone, which has the color orange, which represents the sacral chakra, which is the second chakra, is and using it maybe to clear those blockages, then maybe, what did I say? Oh, well, this stone basically is used for, in chakra balancing, it is used to energetically balance the second chakra. So this stone is one of my favorite stones. It's called the Carnelian stone, and I have it in many varieties. I have a bigger one, which is the mummy one, the mummy stone. It's so beautiful, very, very beautiful stone. And then I also have a similar one that's in a spherical shape. And the spherical shape basically means it just reminds me of completion, and it's just round, and it's just beautiful. So these are my carnelian stones, and I showed you old rusty, my crystal cluster, which is one of my crystal clusters. I have a lot of stones. They just bring a lot of joy to me. And I also showed you the Unakite stone, which is I think the red is some kind of jasper, and I don't know what mix it is, but it's just a beautiful stone that brings me strength. So every time you find a stone, there's a lot of information out there that kind of describes what each stone is for, but you have to find a personal meaning for yourself, that so when you pick a stone, it actually represents something personal to you, and hence allows you to have a kind of unique connection to it. So that's just part of the series of my stones. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.